Alright, so this is a review of the 1000 tick. You can use a 5 minute chart or a 1000 tick chart or whatever time frame. This is the YM futures, so I'm going to start it off. As you know, the market's going down. It's definitely an oversold position because it's going straight down with 1 bar corrections. And it goes down on 14,000 contracts. Right here, there's some pressure coming in. You can tell by the force. We have that little green thing, but by itself it's meaningless. I have to put it into context. And you have the context is you have 5,000 up, 1,000 down, another 5,000 up. That's basically 10,000 up and 1,000 down. And after that, you have this 13,000 down. Now, in markets, they have a tendency to before they mark up. Typically, one or two things happens. One is some type of spring maneuver, okay, and this is the second, which is there's this not exactly a climax, but it's like heavy selling, before a move up. I don't know why this happens, but it just happens. Okay, it takes the, and not only that, but it has a tendency to go all. It's like a drive down. It goes all the way down. Sometimes it tests the low bar. Sometimes it goes beneath and springs it. But it's come to a point where you really have to expect this maneuver to occur, especially when you have a rally and a shallow pullback followed by another rally up. When you have that, when it goes up, down a little bit, and then it goes up, after that, there's a heavy, heavy pullback that basically takes it all the way down. And, you know, pe- people will see this and they think that the bear trend is continuing, but that's not the case. Now, how do you know it's not going to continue? You have to see its tests afterward. In this case, you see the heavy volume and then it completely dissipates. Look at the bottom on the wave volume. You see that? And then it completely like just goes away. You see that? So that's what you want to see. That's how you know that this is a drive down. And I forgot what Wyckoff said about it, but whatever. The point is that this is not a bearish sign. It's a bullish sign, and you know right after the testing, secondary and tertiary tests. But anyway, could it be bearish? Yeah, it could be bearish, but it would require more down volume. The up volumes are holding, down volume is just not there. So, are there any other indications? You know, I don't know. Let me go over to the point figure chart. Well, you have heavy selling, and then it dries up, and then dries up, and now it's heavy buying and more buying. So I guess you could call that like evidence that volume is coming in after the drive. This is before the drive. I mean after the move down, right? And these numbers, like I have them divided by so they're easy. They're like one, twos, and threes because I don't want to read all the all those bid ass bullshit. So um, anyway, so you see heavy volume comes up, down, and then high again. So this area is very promising. Okay, price goes down here. Think about it. Like where's the cheapest place to buy? It's in this block. You know, it's in this block after a rally, high volume with follow through and high volume. Do you want to buy up here the breakout? No, you want to buy the closest possible to the cheapest prices. And it goes down, and what's awesome is that it starts moving sideways, forming what's known as a wide base of support. After a rally occurs, and the market pulls back, what you want to see is a wide base of support. Okay, that really sets things up. And then of course you have the high volume breakout right over here, which is very telling, right? But anyway, let's go back to the other chart. So, you know, actually you have to use, in my opinion, using wave chart, it's really good to have some type of chart, like a figure chart with volume or a footprint chart with volume or something that allows you to examine what's happening at the levels. All right, and yeah, and acquire the skill, because I'll tell you right now that once this rally pull back, wide base of support with this high volume breakout coming from a base, like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, rally, pullback, base, breakout, high volume, biggest volume in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, over 20 plus bars. What do you think is going to happen? You have your cause, you have your base, you have whatever accumulation, reaccumulation, whatever the hell it is. Obviously, price is going to go up. Now, I don't know how much it's going to go up, and I can start doing counts and all that, but I know, you know, like, what do you think is going to happen after this? So that's what's going on over here. It's basing out. This right here was the rally, and then it pulled back, offering you a awesome test, a really nice test, and get in, you get in. You don't get in, you don't get in. But that's it. Set everything up. What set everything up was, I don't know why this arrow sometimes never works, but sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Was this high volume, high volume breakout? That's that's what's setting up everything. Is that, and then they give you this nice deep test. Like over here, um, this area was tested here, and this area was tested here. I mean, these are awesome trades. So after test, okay, and the other thing to note is there's a turning point here. And I don't want to go into all the details, but there's 7,000 up, and volume is drying up on 2,000 and 2,000. So there's a turning point, but you can't just take turning point like magically. You have to take a look at how what's the background. Okay, because easily 13,000 and 7,000 up could have gone down, but it doesn't. It goes down on only 2,000, not like 20,000. It goes down only 2,000. So it's a good trade right there, and you get your rally. Once you get your rally, you have a low volume pullback and then some sideways movement. And then over here, this is right here. I'm going to change the name. LBR. Yeah. That's that right there. Price has, it's not attracting buyers, meaning it's a false breakout or an upthrust right there. Right there. Okay, this right here is an upthrust, and it's an upthrust on low volume with selling in the background. So again, I can't just take it, and I wouldn't take it. To be frank, I just wouldn't take it just like that. Okay, what I want to see is a selling wave after it. Then I know the retest of this area is very highly probable. Anyway, pulls that pulls back on 13,000. Okay, so up from the up thrust, you have a move down 13,000 with only 2,000 demand, and that's why this is a potential turning point with another 12,000 down. And you want to sell, as close to the up thrust as possible, and you basically get another move right up here and a retest up here, and then it goes down. But it's not gonna go down that much. Um, all it does is kind of do a double bottom or like close to it, you know. So that's what happened. And I know, like, when I see this, there's something fishy because again, you wanna combine the bar chart with deeper volume based charts, because when it goes down and goes up and then it goes down again on the highest volume, don't think for a minute that just because it's a big red bar, it's supply. It's not. Right here, in my opinion, they're accumulating this area. Because remember, the CM does not buy on the up waves, he buys on the down waves. Okay? The other funds and specs or whoever, they're buying the breakouts and pushing the market higher, but the CM, you know, is different. They're going to sell the high, buy the low. Where is my so where was the distribution? It's actually over here. Alright, now I'm gonna do a count from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I guess if you do 10, 11, 12, it's a full count from the top. But from this level, it would be around here. From the top, it's exact. Where was the accumulation? I don't even know if it's really accumulation, but somewhere around here. The base is about 10. I'm going to do it from the low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Yeah, I guess if you do it from the low, it's exact. And if you do it from the high, it's exact. And now we have this accumulation here, which I really like because you have this high volume, and I know they're buying, right? So let's see, around either this count or this count, either 11 or 14, and who knows what's going to happen. But these are just just helpful projections. I might start doing more of this, but whatever. Okay, so the point of this is you had heavy selling, or pretty much climactic, then you had buying and buying, a full test into the low area, you know what I mean? So it's like 15, 30, around 30 ticks of risk, and then again 15, around 30 ticks of risk, 30 to 45, offering great opportunities. And then around this area, I'm not really sure, but if there is a drive down here, I think it's very likely that these guys here are going to defend their area, because there's a lot of volume that traded there, and I think there's bag holding over here. Someone's holding the bag right here, okay? Because market did a double bottom and retested, and after that double bottom retested on heavy volume, which means there was some type of transfer of contracts, and now it's going higher. All right, from the profile, we see a line of accumulation here and here. right? The lowest line of accumulation is right, right there. Where is the hell is it going? But it looks like it's going higher. And over here on the wave chart is 15,000. Look at the activity. Look at this. Look at this. Where is my trend line? See that? Buy, 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 buy. So, and the selling waves are getting smaller. Look at that. The selling waves are getting smaller, and buyers just stepped in, 15,000 up with good force. I think this market is going to pull back and go higher. Let's see, new trend. This trend is done. This trend is beginning, and I think it's entering markup. Now let's use the higher time frame also. See, like the higher time frame, it looks like it's finishing its um, what is this called? The retest right here. Okay, so it rallied, pulled back, up, pulled back here on lesser volume, and now it's going right to a resistance area. If it breaks out, it can continue into markup, or at least go back to resistance. So it is on a very interesting position right here. Like, it looks like correction is about to end, and continuation phase is about to ensue. So I like it. All right, so this is it's just interesting for those who like this type of stuff. Like, you can go get the Wyckoff course and learn it. All right, bye.